this light on so I don't look like a ghost. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hope you are all doing well. Market opens in about, I think, 30 seconds. Market opens in 30 seconds. We have ES and NQ on our left and right hand side. Over here we have crude oil on the bottom. I do have gold on my my book mat. Now I'm taking a look at gold. Again, gold did just stop me out of a long position. Had a pretty good entry if we were going to continue, but we ended up failing. So right now we'll get gold on our bottom chart over here. I wanted to see how this 5-minute closes. 5-minute did close out of that demand zone. I want to see how this 5-minute forms. Same with now ES and NQ. We're going to be watching those as well. I just want to make sure. Okay, Discord looks like you guys could hear me. Great. I don't know if I could hear you guys. Let me get everything going here. Gold's trying to hold near that optimal trade entry. Again, I did want longs on gold today. So we're going to be a little patient on that. I'm going to see how we react in this 5-minute candle. So we have 4 minutes on gold to close. Let's get gold right here. Could somebody say something in Discord? I'll make sure I could hear you. Good morning, good morning. It's in the live stream tab. I want to see if I can get good buying out of gold. I will get back in gold. So I want to see a good buying bubble. Right now, though, buyers are not stepping up in gold, so I don't really want to jump in just yet. They're trying to hold this spot, which is almost, it was a 30-minute demand zone, but we pulled back from it. So it's like I do want to be a little careful, and that's why I'm not jumping the gun right away. What else do we have? Crude's just sort of doing the cha-cha. Gold again is just chopping right here in this little demand zone right now. I want to see buying step in. If all of our market pulse is down here, I'm going to get rid of the crude oil market pulse for now. Turn these two on so we could listen for them. 3 minutes left in the 5-minute. Some selling pressure. Alright, buyers are trying to step in now on gold. Let's see if they want to hold. I'll try there, gold long. Oh no, it filled me crude. No, right out of that. That's not what I wanted to fill. Okay, now that we're clicked on the right chart, let's take a second now on gold one more time. I see we have this 2686 level on heat map down there. That looks pretty strong. Oh, there's the buying. Let's see. Alright, we're giving gold another shot there. We're going to do stop loss the low, like the low that we created before. Good morning. Huh. That's great. There we go, gold. Good reaction out of gold right there. Great reaction out of gold right there. Fantastic. Huge, huge. I was looking for that in demand. We got that out of demand. Love it. Love it. Let's go gold. Let's go gold. Beautiful. Great run right there. I sort of want to take profit right there because we might pull back. But that was a strong rally out of demand. We have some support under us right there too, which is having me hold this right now. Good buying pressure. Let's go gold, baby. Let's go. Love it. Love it. Let's go. Huge. I'm gonna get out right there, guys. Right there. Huge scalp on gold right there. That was phenomenal. We just rode this whole 1 minute, these two 1-minute candles right up. I got out because I saw the selling pressure and they pulled the support underneath us. So if we do want to continue, that's fine. If we pull back from here, that's cool too. I would like to now see if we could come back to this 1 minute fair value gap that was created. Look at this exit, by the way. I got out and then it started to dip. Thank you, Bookmap. I got a 1 minute fair value gap that lines up out of that demand zone that lines up with VWAP. Nice, dude. I love gold. That's awesome. I stopped out of gold, got right back. Then I got in crude by accident, dude. It filled me on crude. I was like, what is going on? Got right out of that. Gotta recognize if it fills you in something that's not correct, the wrong thing, whatever it is, even if it's the wrong size, get out immediately. There's no point in holding, thinking, oh well, I'm in it now. It might go in my direction. No way. I was in crude. It filled me crude long right over here, and instantly it went a little red. I'm not gonna say, oh well, no, I want it back to break even. This was an accidental trade. The market does not care if it was an accidental trade. So if you get in by accident and goes against you right away, you get out right away. Because guess what? It could go even more against you. So we got right out of crude for a very small loss. Did the right thing there. I'm looking at gold right now. Now, it looks like we do have... Nope, that supply zone's broken on silver. Great buying pressure on that 5-minute chart on gold. That was really nice. Some selling pressure. Look at ES and NQ, guys, just really chopping away right now. I'm going to throw an alert on gold over here. Let's see if we get that re-entry on gold. All the gold in California. What's up, YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to work on some videos this weekend for you guys. Probably going to go over some more quant data, so that'll be fun. What else? I want to make some more bookmap videos for you guys too, so definitely let me know what you're interested in there. Look at the support up here, 26.94 next target on gold, 26.94. It's another 2 points away on gold, 2 points. It's $100 per point, $200 right there, one contract. I would like gold. I'd really like gold to try to make some all-time highs, but if we open the chart up and look at the daily again. Oh, yeah, that was a bullish daily yesterday, too. All right, okay. That 30 was tough, though. 45, 90, 1 hour. All right. 2 hour, where was that? 3 hour looks like, look at this 2 hour demand zone. Potential demand zone on the 2 hour. Potential demand zone on the 3 hour. But that's if we continue trend higher. So let's see if we do want to come back into that 1 minute fair value gap on gold. Right now, that's the only setup I see. Other than gold right now, we have NASDAQ, which NASDAQ is just sort of chopping away. These old zones, I'm sure you're like, why do you have broken supply zones on there? Well, these old zones worked as areas of interest, right? We broke these zones overnight, and we knew that when we opened that day, we would want to go retest that because of the imbalance that was created. Wow, look at gold is still pumping. That is something, man. Wow. That was crazy. That was a great re-entry, though. Gold's just very, you know what it is? I only like risking about $250 per trade. And with gold, it's really hard to do that with multiple contracts unless you're trading a micro. Huge gold trade, though. Huge. They're pulling the resistance from upwards. Again, I really wanted to see if we could retest that 1 minute fair value gap. I mean, technically, I suppose this would be the fair value gap we would want to take because this is the breakaway gap, and then that's another 1 minute fair value gap. So what we could do is mark them both out. Keep an eye on both. We had this liquidity sweep there. We're going to delete that. That's crazy gold. YouTube guys, let me know if you got any questions. Discord, you guys too. Let me know. What are you guys trading today? ES, NQ, gold, crude. What are you guys trading? Yeah. Yeah, I'd be careful on shorts, especially because that daily time frame still is sort of leaning bullish. Obviously, the mornings we've been getting a lot stronger bear pressure, and it seems like we're getting the bull moves overnight, right? So I'd be careful on the shorts right now. Always be careful on the shorts in a bull market, just like we'd be careful on longs in a bear market. But yeah, as long as you got a tight stop loss or you know how much you're risking, that's fine. Wow, gold. That's crazy. Beautiful, beautiful. AO, are you in here? Yes, you are. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Look at Bookmap starting to sell off a bit on gold here from that 2694 area. Remember, this was strong. It looks like they pulled it, but this buyer right here got trapped on this pullback. We're into that 1 minute fair value, that first 1 minute fair value gap, I should say. I was sort of more interested in that lower one because I want to see if we could run through this first one and maybe grab some liquidity, people who are stopping out at the bottom of it. We do have to be a little careful because now the 5 minute is still pretty bearish to a point. This was a pretty strong pullback. We double topped right there. So again, I'll see if we want to react inside this 1 minute fair value gap. So far, we're reacting off of that first one. We'll see. We'll see how the 1 minute closes. We'll see how the 5 minute closes, right? We do have to be patient on it. If the 1 minute wants to push higher and close somewhere up here, maybe I'll wait for a retest and I'll take the retest with a tight stop loss. So that's sort of how I'm seeing it right now. But we got to let this 1 minute close because it could just dump right back. So let's see. So far, though, that's a pretty strong 1 minute, and that other fair value gap looks like it could potentially be the breakaway fair value gap. Not the best risk to reward on this. I mean, it would be if we wanted some other highs. Yeah, see that pullback? I'm not a fan of that. I'm probably not going to take this fair value gap long. Again, that 5 minute was still sort of suggesting we might try to push lower. How's the 15 look? 15's having trouble. 45 closes in 3 minutes. I expect a little bit of a bull move for the next few minutes because I do want us to close bullish on crude. But if we don't, and the 15 wants to close bearish like a basing candle like this one right here, then I'm going to flip my bias and we're going to look for a short. But right now, we're just waiting. We got 323 left in the 5. We're not rushing into anything. YouTube guys, hit that like and subscribe button. We are 1 for 2 today. You guys didn't catch the first trade with me. The first trade was a loss on gold. Second trade you did catch with me was a win on gold. We were able to get back into some gold longs and profit. A real nice push. So yeah, right now we are just chilling. Oh, wait, what? That's weird. I'm looking at my chart over here to see my fills. Wait. And it has, so my first long entry, we rejected this demand zone, and I missed that. I didn't enter there, so I tried to pull it like right where? There, so at that candle. So kept the stop loss sort of over here. Stopped me out, right? Moved my stop loss. Then it said I re-entered here at 2688.30, but it has it on both candles. But I only entered one contract, so I don't know if it's a glitch. But did end up taking a nice pump out of that, guys. Look at that, 688 to 691. Again, just about 3 points, but 3 points on gold is $300. So small losses, bigger wins. Just go with it. Yes, in a broken demand zone, it would pay this demand zone 0 attention. I want to see, do we have any supply zones? This was an area of interest yesterday. Deleting this, looking at crude, looking at gold. Gold closes in a minute 20, guys. Look at that bear move. Okay, we're in that 1 minute fair value gap on gold. We're gonna dump through it or what? I might get in this if it wants to push higher. No way. No, I don't like that. I don't like it on gold. Sellers are getting weak here, though, so it's not the worst long on gold. The problem is, though, that 5 minute still looks very bearish. So I'd rather wait for the 5 to close, maybe. That's why the 5 is so much more important than any type of 1, guys. I think we might... I don't know. I feel like if we don't pop here, then there's no chance for bulls today. But I could be wrong, right? We might want to sweep these lows and then reverse again, right? Which seemed to be the trend today. We swept these lows, tried to pull back, swept this low right here with this low. We pulled back. So what if we want to sweep this low again? Did not jump in any gold. We're good. 15-minute time frame. Look at the 15 supply zone that we're creating on ES and NQ. So this could be a potential supply zone right there. Potential supply zone right here. Mark those out. Let's check the 30-minute. See if we see anything on the 30 or 45 as well. I don't see nothing. I don't even see any higher time frame demand zone, supply zones above us, so I would really not be trying to go short at the moment. A 5-minute looks pretty good for bulls. Again, would just sort of stay patient. Gold's trying to come off of this demand zone again. This demand zone sort of giving us the bottom of the range today, right? So again, though, wouldn't really be looking for any long positions for the main fact that the 5-minute was very bearish. I would need a 5-minute to now cancel out my bearish bias. But if we do look at it, it looks like we're sort of squeezing, right? So to see it a bit clearer, we'll go to a 1-minute, throw our trend lines, and it's sort of, if we didn't have this break right here, it would be a lot cleaner. But when it comes to breaks and trend lines, guys, I would want it to be smooth like this bottom one here. I don't like that breakout right there. That sort of ruins this upper trend line. Kevin, you don't trade trend lines. You make fun of trend lines. Yes, that's absolutely true. But sometimes you just got to be okay with it. Guys, give me a minute. I gotta grab a water. I'm thirsty, man. Y'all stay hydrated. Look at that 5-minute. We're gonna dump. Alright, I am back. Wow, what'd I say? 5-minute it'll dump and it dumped? I almost want to try gold long again, but I'm not going to. I might. No, look at all the resistance above us. A lot of liquidity, a lot of people trying to get short. I'd like to see a pullback and push higher here, but if we didn't have all this resistance right here, I'd get in some longs. Oh, we're starting to pull it. Wait. We're starting to pull it and seeing buying pressure. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a second. My long entry is right at that 78% you see on the screen. Right there. Long entry's right here. Stop and take profit. Not the biggest fan of that. If we get a push lower for a second and then push higher, I'll get long. And again, gotta look at the 5 minute time frame. 5 minute closes soon. Ooh. Yo, if we could get a 5 minute reversal on that, that'd be pretty clean. I'm gonna try, we'll try gold there long. Stop loss where you see it on the screen, bottom of this 5 minute candle. Looking for a reversal here at those lows. If it goes and stops me out right away right now, then we're out of the trade. That's it, period. Going a little aggressive on this. Nice, good project, good pop right there. I don't know why it's not making noise, and sometimes it does make noise. I am in 2 gold contracts right now, 26.8730. Do apologize that it's not going ring when I enter a trade. I like that 5 minute close, but probably gonna get out of at least 1 contract. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, I'm out of 1 contract right there, holding 1. That way now we're break even. It's a no lose trade. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we could try to again go for those highs, see if buyers want to step in here, and if sellers step in again, we stop out. Guess what? This is not only a no lose trade, but we're in profit on this trade. So, win-win. That was a great entry, great protection. Buyers trying to step in here again. We were sort of squeezing. I like that 5 minute just took out this low for a potential reversal. I want to see us come take out this liquidity up here. Nice pop gold. Let's go. Guys, let's go. Huge. Huge. YouTube, let me know, any of you in gold with me. Discord, you guys too, let me know. Are you guys trading anything right now? Are you in gold? Are you in anything? Looks like the weighted index is pushing higher. I wonder if the Nasdaq's trying to push higher with it. I do want to be a bit careful on these gold longs here, because if we run into resistance, it will be here at VWAP. But if we want to run into some pain, right, hit those sellers with pain, we're going to run right through it. Dude, let's go gold, man. Gold has been paying me today and yesterday too, I think. Was it yesterday too? Yeah, yesterday was pretty clean on gold, so. If we could get a real breakout of this area, I'll look for a new zone to form, and I'll take the new zone. Right now, though, again, we do have to be careful on these longs. I almost want to take profit on them, because of the odds of us not continuing. But look at that. Wow. Look at that. How do you like them apples? That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I really want to see that 5 continue. Look at that buying pressure. That was beautiful buying pressure on gold right there. But we're getting weak now. Do have to be careful, having a bit of a pullback. Strong pullback right there, right to that demand zone. We're in 1 contract left, break even contract, no lose trade. Want to see pop right out of here. I'm going to move my stop loss even higher, so it's not only a break even, but it's only gains, right? So it's not a loss if this comes lower. It's going to be plus $40, right? So still way better. Now I could really let this contract ride without having any pressure. We don't have much resistance above us, but we don't have much support below us either. Moving my stop loss up again. You know what? Where are we at? We have a 1 minute fair value gap we just hit there. Yeah, my stop loss is under that 1 minute fair value gap. But look at that. Again, no support under us. Alright, I'm stopped out right there. Great long on gold. If it gets back above, if this 1 minute tries to push above again, I will get right back in. Again, I don't know why. More settings, symbol, status line, trading, play sound and execution on. Maybe is it my computer settings? I just realized I don't have my headset on either, so I couldn't hear any of you guys. So sorry. Oh, I think it was my computer settings, because I had it on. Womp womp is right. We're gonna try gold, if it dips into that area again. Yep, we're gonna get right back in gold there. Gotta be real careful. That was a horrible fill. But we're looking for that volatility. We want some continuation on that. Trying to see where I filled here. Would it stop me out? Oh, from the wick. Right. Alright, cool. That's fine. We're done for the day on that. On that note, we are done. That's okay. Gold sort of chopping. We do have some areas 2690, 190 to the upside. 9190, right about here. So we can still make a run for the upside. I'd be careful on how this 5 minute wants to close. 5 minutes very important on that close. Not the strongest 5 minute. I could still see it pushing back higher, and what I've noticed with gold lately too is that it'll like stop me out because it looks like it's getting weak, chop around, and then it'll have like one more push and then reverse. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we want to push a bit higher from here. But I'm out of gold. I'm not getting back in. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Ooh, this looks A+ right there, though. And if it's A+, it is a must. Ho ho ho. Got in gold? Nice. Good job, Adrian. Good stuff. YouTube guys, let me know too. Are you guys taking any trades today? Does look like gold wants to continue here. Look at this range we have right here. So if we want to go back to the top of the range, it would be somewhere over here, which does line up with our level on heat map, 2692 area. Whoa. Could that be my entry? Wait for it. I don't know. I don't trust that. That was a quick volatile drop. If that has a second leg like that, all these longs are swept. So I'm going to call it done for the day. I had a crazy green week, so I ain't complaining. That could have been our next entry long. I do think this wants to continue. And that's okay. That's alright. If it wants to continue and if it is that strong, guess what? When I look at the 5 minute, when I look at the 15 minute, it's going to give me a new entry. It's going to give me a fair value gap. It's going to give me anything to enter on. But right now, what I see on the 15 is chop. What I see on the 30, well, I wanted this 30 minute to be a basing, which it was. We had an impulse move, great. And then I tried longs on this candle right here while it was still forming, about halfway through, a bit towards the beginning of it, thinking that we had a bit of a manipulation lower before we would push higher for continuation off of this 30-minute basing, but that failed. So now at this point, because this failed to continue trend over here, I'm not looking for us to continue trend over here. Right now we're ranging. We have our ranges. We have our pre-market low. We have our now high of day. So we have our ranges. We can still gun it for the highs. It's just a matter of understanding what are the odds, right? And trading our higher time frame analysis too. See that big John Wick right there? Stopping people out right there. So I'm glad I'm following my rules. I am not to overtrade. I hit my quota. I hit my profit. I'm alright. I'm done for the day. Let's check out ES and NQ. What have we missed or haven't we missed? We had one drop on the NASDAQ at 9:30 to 9:40. We have another drop coming now on NQ. We'll see how real that is with Bookmap. Nope. We have news. We have news at 10. News at 10. Let's see.
We did not have a reaction at the 8:30 news, so the 10 o'clock news may be the candidate.
It sort of did. 8:30 we pumped for a little bit. We didn't do anything crazy. Like, we didn't jump like 20, 40 points, but we moved. It gave us a little something. But like you said, nothing crazy, nothing that we're used to. Ah, sorry to hear, Chester. Chester, you in here? Yeah, Chester, man, sorry to hear. It happens. We just gotta, as long as you're limiting your losses. I know the other day was a bit rougher, but how was today? Were you good at setting your daily loss limit and staying with it? What's going on, Zeke? Appreciate the comment. Appreciate you guys on YouTube. In a short, cool. Be careful with those shorts, because we are sort of trying to make some higher lows and higher highs. Let's check our 15 minute, but 15 minute was looking pretty bearish. Emotions took over. All right. Chester, let me ask you, on TradingView, and everybody else is listening to, not TradingView, what is it, Trade-O-Vate. I'm pretty sure they have a feature that you could set in a daily loss lock, where it completely locks your account. Like, if you set it to, say, $700, but your real daily stop is 500, right? So the 700 is just there as a, just in case you get emotional. It will lock you out of your own account, and that will help you to be like, okay, no, I can't anymore. And that will literally save you hundreds, if not thousands, at some point. I would definitely look into that. That would be great. I think that would help. I would only short gold around. What up, NQ Rips? Oh, you're looking for a gold short? Yeah, I know. Look how weak it's looking. I don't know, though. I feel bulls. The reason I feel bulls is because that daily time frame. What's the set? Use settlement. What? Daily time frame, right? The past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The past 7 trading days in a row on gold. No, I'm not biased. Just have a look. Got you. Yeah, no, I hear that. I trade off my levels too. That's for sure. 100. Yep. Oh, look at those sellers. Yeah, definitely said it, man. Definitely said it. That's awesome. It'll save you. I know you think, oh, I don't need that, but it'll help. It'll help. And again, if you have your my longs on levels GC between 26.53 and 48, 53, hold up, wait a minute. Let's check our 30. I got a bunch of 30-minute demand zones. We got one right here. It's 70. You said 53. I got something at 51. 30-minute demands. Nice. I've got another over here. So this one's pretty interesting. Now look at this one on gold, right? So let's get rid of this purple level right here. Let's get rid of, this is not the previous day high. Took that level out. Got to clean the charts up. This sell side liquidity was swept and we reversed. We didn't full on reverse. We didn't take out the highs, but it did give us a pullback. It gave us a bit of a move. So with that being said, and that was from this one, this new low that was created, I'm going to look for buyers to step in again at that point. And now this is a higher time frame, so this holds a lot more strength than some type of liquidity sweep I would see on like a 5 or 15. So we're going to mark that out real quick as sell side. And it's in a demand zone as well. So with all that being said, there is an imbalance. There are buyers here, and the buyers showed themselves already. So they're here, they're active. And look at that, we even created this fair value gap that we used over here. So again, I'm looking for, maybe we'll run through this because there's still buyers in here and they'll stop out as well, right? Grab more liquidity with that. So that's what I look for. I look for where's the most pain, where would people be stopping out. I don't want to look for where are people entering because, well, I do want to know where people are entering, so I know where not to. Sometimes. In most cases. Look at this ES. I gave ES this box, what was that, on the 15-minute time frame? Yep. After this candle formed. So on 9:30, so it gave us the top of the range so far. This broken demand zone gave us the bottom of the range so far. Just chopping right now, ES and NQ, and that's sort of why I traded gold today. I usually trade gold or crude when I see that ES and Q are just sort of chopping around. Now let's take a quick look at crude, see if we got anything on crude. But crude also just very choppy today. I mean, it is only 10 o'clock, so we do have time to do something. But, yeah. I'm looking right here on crude at this. What's this right here? NASDAQ with buying. What just happened? Just chopping. That's what's happening. Alright, we can look for divergence, see if ES wants to take out this high. But that's some good ticking.
Obviously, a split decision on the institutions as which way the market should go.
Oh yeah, that 10 o'clock
Uh,
news.
Leaderboard looks bullish. Total market is in the middle.
Alright, alright, alright. Potential for a short on crude right here. But I don't know if I'm going to take it. I'm probably going to be done for the day. Let's see. Crude, hourly. Hourly looks like it could go bullish based off of that demand zone that's trying to form. Oh, no, it looks pretty good. Let's get crude up on our book map over here.
So yeah, after following Kevin's stream, I will go into Trade-O-Vate. I'll start a stream and show folks about the lockout features on Trade-O-Vate.
I'm thinking of taking some crude shorts here, guys. 67.44. Do want to be careful with it. How's the 15-minute looking? Alright, let's get filled. Filled crude short, stop loss at 57. And then that'll 100% be it for the day. Let's check that daily time frame on crude. Very bearish on crude. So we could probably see, if we do want to get some strength to the downside, a continuation. But if we don't, we're just going to range bound again. Could at least potentially target this sell side liquidity down here.
Yeah, 67.06.
I'm not liking it though. We're not getting a rejection right off the bat. And usually when I enter, I want to see a fast rejection because it's sort of how my setup's usually best to play out. So we're going to give it another few minutes on this 5-minute. There we go. A little bit of something right there. We don't have any support under us. I want to see good selling. There we go. A little bit of a push right there. Nice. There we go, crude. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Let's go, baby. Beautiful. I'm in one crude contract right now. Ooh, I'm gonna get right out. I'm not playing around right now. I'm not playing around. We're at right there. A little $70 gain. Well, one contract, $70. It's a little 7 cent move. I didn't like that buy bubble right here. Because if this holds, we're going to hold this demand zone. If we didn't have this demand zone right here, I'm all for shorts. But we're hitting this demand zone again. Look at this. This demand zone held up like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is time number 5. I really, really don't want to be going short against something that has proven itself to be support. I understand that the more we run through a demand zone, the more liquidity we draw from it, the weaker it gets, supposedly. But we do have to remember, if the zone hasn't broken yet, it's still valid, right? It's still valid. You could still trade with it. So I don't want to be going short into something like that with that much strength. It could continue. It could reverse. Because it's 250-50 for me, that's why I got right out. Not worth it. Not bad. I'm fine with that gain. Got out at 38, which is literally just such a small, like a little nothing. So I usually consider those trades break-even trades. The one looks okay to continue. I'd maybe look for something like this. But again, we're sort of chopping. We failed to close below these little 1-minute lows. It could dip. Could definitely dip. Yeah, probably that's a good sell bubble right there. Considering getting back in this. I'm probably not going to. I do think it will continue lower. I'm just not going to take it. Hit my quota for the day, that's okay. Hit my daily goal, that's alright. That's better than alright. We are good today. We're chilling. That was definitely a good call out on crude. This happened earlier. Earlier this week, we were in a 30-minute supply zone. It's crazy, man. It would have been an amazing entry. It was like it's like this one right here. I literally got short right here off of that sweep of the high, and I got out for like 60, $70. I was like, all right, whatever. You know what? I don't want to be in any more. It was the same situation. It was like last trade of the day. I'm like, I'm not too confident in it, but we have to remember as traders, every trade is its own trade, right? So we have to treat every trade like it's its own trade. When you enter, you have to have your entry, your stop loss, and your take profit every time. You can't just, I don't feel like holding. No, if you are dedicated to that trade already, you've come up with that trade, that plan, whatever it was, you have to stick to it. Just like probably this crude oil short I just took right now, right? I should have been more, not, I guess dedicated would be the word, and stuck to it because we had that 5 minute rejection off of this 5 minute fair value gap. 5 minute looks pretty good. That's a pretty good close. I would have faith that we're going to push lower, but again, at this point, we're not chasing it. Let's take a look at our ES and NQ. Still nothing. Still a whole lot of chop. And look at that 30 minute, 15 minute zone on NQ now worked as the top of its range. So we caught some good trades today. A little scalp on crude, a couple trades on gold. We are good today. Giving the markets 20-30 minutes of setup doesn't present itself early weekend for me. Great call. Yup, that's right. Yo, NQ Rips from YouTube said giving the market another 20-30 minutes if the setup doesn't present itself early weekend, right? So what's he saying by that? He's basically saying that, right now the market is just consolidating, it's chopping, it's not giving us any solid setups, no good entries, no breakouts, retests, nothing. Because of that, he's not going to sit around and keep waiting and hope something shows, because if you do that, a lot of times emotions will come into play and you'll start over trading. So he's saying, if it continues like this another 20 minutes, I'm done. Not going to let the market play with my capital or my mind. I'm done, and that's it. Good job, man. Good mentality on that. That's awesome. Give me one sec, guys. All right. So let's take a quick look at crude, right? Crude sort of chopping right now too, and that's sort of why I wasn't too confident in that short as well, right? We had our consolidation, our range here, broke out of the range, retested, and then we sort of failed that breakaway. So we're sort of ranging again, and the reason we could see that we're ranging again, and this is something that we get the benefit of when we trade supply and demand, is we saw this demand zone, and a lot of times when we're near demand or near supply, those will help guide us in the sense that if we're running into it, we might know that there's a greater chance we won't trend, right? Same thing for either direction. Now let's take a look at that. Ooh, Nasdaq. Look at this big stop hunt up here on Nasdaq and ES before we wanted to push lower. Let's see. Let's check hour 15. Now at this point, I do want to... Now, I guess you could... Alright, a few things. We have this broken supply zone, right? Now, my rule of thumb is I keep the broken supply or I keep the broken demand for that day, right? So we broke this broken supply zone yesterday. We used it as an imbalance as a target. Great. Now, that would mean today, this should be broken. However, because of how big this supply zone was, and I see the chop that is happening in this zone that sort of makes me think, okay, well, yes, I'm going to delete this zone, but I have to remember the importance that it had. Because when we came into it, well, not only did it act as resistance, but now every time we try to break it, it's stalling out. The market is chopping. I know when we're between 2272 and 2340, we're probably going to range because I had that old zone there. And that's something that we could also benefit from, right? We can now know when are we going to range. You know, when are we probably going to range. We want to know the probabilities of everything, guys.
Crude just tagged its VWAP.
Yeah, look at that. Crude's pushing higher. Glad I stopped out, got out of those shorts for a little profit. Love it, love it. And again, because of that demand zone, that's exactly why I got out. Didn't want to go short into a demand. Now we have an inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute. And if the 5 minute wants to, look at that, 15 was strong. If the 5 continues, we create a 5 minute right here. So, very strong move there on crude. Yeah, look at that buying pressure stepping in. 20. Ooh, go crude. Go crude. And again, guys, it's still only, yo, how is it a quarter after 10? It feels like it's got to be like 11 by now.
Crude upside target 67.82.
I don't like ES or NQ all day today. Just gross. Gross. What else we got? We got crude. Again, I'm looking for crude to continue on the 5. I'd love to see crude continue on the 5 and take out one of these highs over here, like this one. If we could get that, I'm probably definitely going to grab along in that 5 minute fair value gap. And remember, guys, I had these imbalances as targets yesterday. If we didn't hit that yesterday, what if we want to hit it today? That's a $1.50, almost $2 move on crude from this entry. Let's see. Like $1.40. So something to consider. I want to see how we react to these lows over here. I want to see if we get a little bit of a market structure shift, break a structure, whatever you ICT want to call it. We have a potential 30-minute. Where to go? 30-minute demand zone right here. This basing candle right here. If this 30-minute wants to continue higher, so I want to see that really strong above that high. So yeah, we might have a good setup on crude over here, guys.
All right, I'm gonna step out for a bit. I'll be back at 11 to go over the trade of 8 stuff. So good to hear that you're green, and I'll holler at you later, sir.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Have a good day. Always appreciate you joining the streams.
Always enjoy it.
Good stuff. Do you see divergence, ES and NQ? Let's see. First, let me add an alert. Definitely interested in that crude long if we could get that set up to hit. Give me one. Alright. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only is back. No, I'm just kidding. Can't let the market get to your ego. It will humble you so quick. Weighted index looks like it's ready to nosedive. Be careful for those shorts. Divergence, right? Divergence. I don't really see what time frame do you see the divergence? A little bit right here, like to these lows, but not really because NQ took those lows out. So next area would be maybe over here. So like if ES wants to hold this low, we'll mark that out. SMT. And if NQ, we look for, because the crosshair lines up, see if NQ wants to take out those lows. And that would be interesting to see how we react to that, because then we would be near the bottom of this broken supply zone. But again, this is broken from the other day. 5-minute divergence, I don't see, is it bullish divergence or bearish divergence? I guess you're probably looking at maybe, yeah, oh, I see, like right now. Yeah, right now there's definitely some. So I would even consider that 1-minute divergence, because you really have to zoom in on the chart to see it. Like NQ's making new lows recently, ES is failing new lows recently. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's what I'm here for. Let's take a look. I'm curious as to crude. Nice crude. Love it, crude. Oh my god, dude, if we get a A+ setup on crude and 8-1, talk about going into the weekend strong. But what's that daily time frame on crude looking like? Pretty bearish. But we got to squeeze at some point. Short squeeze, pullback. I mean, it's pushing. It's doing exactly what I wanted it to. It broke this right here. The problem is I want the 5-minute to close up here. And then at that point, we're creating yet another 5-minute fair value gap. I'm feeling lonely. I want this to close like right above it, like barely above it, so we still have the ability to pull back. Just gotta be careful, cause yo Zeke, you there in the stream still, bro? You in the YouTube still? There we go, crude. Love that. Love to see it. 320 left in the 5. It's still only 10:20, right? So we could be doing something here. Let's see. I'm looking for like potential supply or demand zone. I don't see any. And if I don't see any supply above us, it usually means we could have some room to push higher. So I'm looking for crude longs. 67.63, 49 stop loss. Target 68.76. $1.13 move. 14-cent risk. 8-1 risk to reward. What's ticking away right now? Buyers, look at that. Unbelievable. Do. Turn that off. That's gold ticking red right now. Let's see what gold is doing. Ooh. Glad we got out of gold. Read that right. Understood that we were failing to push higher. Now, guys, again, a lot of times the setups I'm looking for, if buyers are active, if I'm looking for longs, I'm looking for buyers to be active. A lot of times we will get that reaction very shortly after we enter, as we saw today with a couple trades. If we have to enter and it sort of chops around, or it tries to break out and fails, tries to break out again and fails, that's a huge red flag that perhaps the zone you're entering on is a little weak. And when that happens, you really have to consider maybe exiting, maybe locking in some gains, maybe bringing your stop loss up a bit. But a lot of times, if it does keep failing to reverse from the zone that you're looking to enter, could be a sign of weakness. But we have to always look at the higher time frame too. Hourly. Let's see, 5-minute, 15, 30. That 15 right there, a little bit of a hammer, inverse hanging man or whatever. Drop pretty strong right there. So you see on gold, guys, we took out, hold up, we took out this high right here. This was a high from the middle of the night. We took this high out at 8:45. So let's see how we looked on the 5-minute. We took that high out, sort of ranged, and then we had distribution back lower, right? So the accumulation, manipulation, and now was this the distribution? Or is this just the target back to the bottom of the range, just for us to come right back to the top of the range, right? So we have to know. There we go. That's better. That's better. Go back and forth like that. Let's get rid of these. Know what? We'll get rid of this one. No. Yes. And leave that one there. Beautiful. So I want to see crude come back into this zone. Look at the sellers trying to step in here. 30 minute closes in 4:20. So I want to be a bit careful. I want the 30 minute to close strong on crude. That way we could pull back on the 5, right? And people will think we're going back bearish. Meanwhile, the higher time frame was telling us bullish. So that's what we're waiting for on crude right now. Closes in about 4 minutes, a 30-minute time frame. Marzity's going to go over Trade-O-Vate settings at 11 a.m. today, so right after our stream. That is awesome. Thank you, Marzity. Go, crude, go, man. Makes me think if we are going to get that pullback. Ooh, ES new high a day. Look at crude. Alright, crude to a strong level. Now I would like to see the pullback on crude. But again, I wanted that 30 minute to close above this black level, so I really don't want that pullback until this 30 closes. We're also creating a 5-minute fair value gap right here too. So again, looking for longs on crude in that 15-minute. Wow, look at that. How do you like them apples, crude? NQ Rips, you in anything? YouTube, you guys in any trades? Discord, are you guys in any trades? Let me know, let me know. Let me know if there's anything you want me to go over. If I could send you guys any links to any videos or anything. I have obviously real quick access to all that stuff, so let me know. Always looking to help you guys further your education and keep it as simple as possible. No NQ enter on my 30 minutes a man, but hasn't given me a clean entry. Yeah, no clean anything on NQ right now, in my opinion. I'll put the weighted index back here for now. Since I'll try to remember to go back and forth like that. Is there a button you could press? Like sometimes you do like Control 1 or F2 or whatever and brings you to the next tab. Shift tab. Let's see. What'd that just do? Oh, I see. You know what that does? That brings me back and forth between different charts. But you're probably on something. Shift. I don't know. I'll figure it out another time. I'm trying to eat up some time right now. Shift 1. Nah. Control 1? Oh, control one, control two. Let's go. Yo, NQ rips. Appreciate that. Good teamwork, Chester. Thank you for making me think to hold shift or to hold control. Good teamwork, guys. Love that. That is awesome. Now we gotta have a smooth. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Just like all stream, it's just gonna be like this now. No, that's so clean though. Now we can watch, and guys, you too. Control 1, Control 2, Control 3 if you got 3 tabs. But that will help you to sort of be able to find areas. Oh, look at that. We came into that imbalance again on ES. That gave us a short entry yesterday. Control 2. All right, perfect. We're getting a crude oil 30-minute close where I wanted it to. Perfect. Now, I want to see if we could come back into these zones. This would be a very strong pullback, though, the 15-minute fair value gap. So I do want to see if we can get that. Little support under us at the moment. So, again, I do want to see that. YouTube, don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I go live on here Monday and Friday. And don't forget, check me out on Twitch, Futures Kevin. And I will go live on there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're always trading. I think yeses might want to push lower here. Guys, if you want to see anything on Bookmap 2, please let me know. I've happily put that through for you. Some good selling there. I would want to take an ES short maybe right there for a scalp. I am not doing that. Good selling pressure again there. Look at that, guys. Great selling pressure. I wouldn't trust this pullback. Still good selling pressure there. Oh. But again, it's sort of failing. Gotta be careful. But we did have that divergence, too. Oh, there we go. That's some okay buying pressure. Not the strongest. Because again, zoom out a little bit. We see that sellers were a bit stronger there. We'd be patient. We'd see the range. Took small SNQ. Yo, good seeing you, bro. Have a great weekend. Good ending the week strong. Well, good ending the week on a small loss, you know. Good ending the week green is great. Not really looking at gold anymore. Right now, our main focus is crude. What time is it? 10:30. It's guys, is it just me or is today moving at a snail's pace? A snail's pace. Wait, no, we want crude to pull back so we get a long entry. Brian, AO, Chad, Black, excuse me. How are you guys doing today? Greg, how about you? Habibi, what's going on? Victoria, let me know in the main chat. How are you guys doing? Did you guys take any trades today?
I'm on my third. It didn't play out, but one did, two didn't.
Okay. Was your winner bigger than your losses? Are they about the same size?
No, I am not being disciplined at the moment, Kevin, if I'm honest.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
All right. You know what? Sometimes the best thing we can do at that point, it's great that you're recognizing it, but now it's up to you to, take control of the situation and say, it's time for me to take a step back, reevaluate what I'm doing. Why aren't I being disciplined? If you want to be successful in trading, being disciplined is 100% mandatory. It is not a sometimes thing. You have to be disciplined. So
I know I can do it.
I know you can too.
Just let my work get in the way and I'm not being disciplined.
Oh, okay.
You're holding me accountable. No, I need that. Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, no, when life gets in the way, if work gets busy or something picks up at home, family members, whatever it is, Trading sort of does have to be put on the back burner because family comes first, trading real life comes first. Um, but we have to remember, with that being said, the reason that trading has to be put to the side is because if something's going on that's keeping you preoccupied, you won't be able to fully trade disciplined. You won't have your full mind in the game, and it's going to reflect on your trading. Habibi, you got Coinbase and MSTR call contracts. All right, cool, cool. Jump over, Jim. Michael, what about you guys? Nice, good job, Ricardo.
Currently trading the NQ, and was in a short position, just got out for a pretty decent profit.
Nice, man, nice. Good spot in the weaker one. NQ was definitely the weaker one to trade today. Why did you take NQ short?
I identified the zone to short it, and then it reached back into that zone. I've really been focusing on like optimal entry points, trading on the 5-second chart, and trying to find the best entry points, even like it to maintain the momentum that the trade is currently going, and then making quick exits as well.
Awesome, man. That's great. Good, good. You have something you're following, you're something that you're continuously looking for, and that's exactly what you have to do. You have to find your strategy or set of rules and every day look for the same thing. And that's why eventually you'll create a playbook that has, you said you're focusing on the optimal trade entry, right? So that's awesome. Do you use the Fibonacci for that?
Yeah, Jeremy was going over yesterday, just creating lines, and I've trying to find the tool on the trading view, but I've just been kind of drawing my own lines. The tools I've found have been a little messy, but yeah. And also, I'm just trading the NQ. I find it easier to just focus on one market instead of trying to like mess around with S&P, the crude. It's just like it makes it easier to focus on.
Absolutely. I fully 100,000% agree. When you're getting started, you can't be like, oh well, how's crude moving, how's gold moving, how's ES moving, how's NQ move. The only thing I will say is it is good to keep an eye on ES too, just to even keep an eye on, not even to trade, but just to understand its relation to the Nasdaq. You know, get a feel. Are they both breaking a new high of day? Great. Okay, then it looks like we're going to continue this trend. Are they both breaking a new low of day? Are they both bearish or bullish on the day? And using both of them to find correlation will help support your thesis on your trades on the Nasdaq. Just my 2 cents.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. Definitely have it posted on the side, like keeping an eye on it.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Wow, crude, man. That's something. I don't think we're gonna get this entry down here. No way. Because the thing is, yeah, no, we wanted like a 30-minute entry. I mean, if we're doing time frame analysis, 22 minutes left. I guess that's 22 minutes. I don't think it's enough time for it to bounce and go back up. How's a 15 look? 15's very bullish. Good momentum on crude. We did now just create a new 15-minute fair value gap if this one wants to close higher. Just phenomenal buying pressure on crude on this run up. ES. Let's take a look. ES. 0 for 2 on MNQ scalp so far. Trying to time the reversal instead of ride the trend. Got you, man. Yeah, a lot of times people will do that. You know, they'll try to be like, oh, okay, it looks like we're pulling back here. We're reversing here. And you keep just trying to catch a falling knife, you know, just like the saying goes. But it's good that you stopped yourself on 2. You know, it's great discipline. Oh, I don't know if he's still in there. Is he still in here? No, he's not still in here. In the voice chat. But yo, great work anyways. 0 for 2 on MNQ. Good at minimizing the risk. risk and seeing what you did wrong. And guys, it's funny, when I respond to somebody or I'm reading something, I hope that it applies to a few of you out there too. That way, you know, you might learn something if somebody else is going through the same thing. So I was going to say, great minimizing your risk and seeing what you did wrong. It's just remember, we can't catch a falling, I'll put that in quotes, we quote can't catch a falling knife, and the trend is our friend, which is such a tedious saying. When looking for reversals, make sure you're aware of where liquidity might be resting, which means where stops might be sitting. Okie dokie then. And what are we at today? 250. Alright, it was a light day. Light work. I thought we were up more on that. Let's see. What were our trades today? We had gold. Let's check our trades. We had gold longs, remember? We had gold longs that ended up, we got out up here, and we ended up reversing, right? So we ended up pulling back, so it was a good scalp. But the problem I'm seeing lately is the setups that I'm looking for, they end up giving us the initial move, but the move is either weak or it's short-lived and it fails. So what I'm doing, and because I'm taking note of that, is I'm taking my trades, I'm keeping my stop loss tight, and then I'm usually, once I see that we're starting to fail, we're coming into some weakness, we're not breaking with strength, we're not holding anything, whatever the case may be, I'm out. I'm taking that scalp and I'm out. There's the rule of you enter and you could only exit at your stop loss and take profit. But then there's also the common sense of, okay, well, if the market's weak and we fail that recent high, right, because we need to break this high in order to get to this high, obviously, well then, what's the point of holding this trade to my stop loss? What's the point of moving my stop loss to break even? Let me understand the risk, which is this gain. Let me understand the reward, which now is not in my favor, and let me just take my profit there. And that's exactly what you got to do depending on the market movement. I'm going to add an alert on crude down here in case it wants to tap into there, but that's crazy crude. Cray. I'm looking at, we have gold and silver over here. The reason we have gold and silver is because sometimes you could spot divergence with the two. So like right here, silver took out a high while gold didn't take out a high, and we ended up reversing, right? The silver reversed lower, which helped gold to push lower. So that divergence is something to keep an eye on when trading gold. Just like we look for divergence on ES and NQ. Very choppy right now. Look at that. We swept this low. I mentioned this low earlier. And we reversed right at it. Right at that key level, that 20,272. Which again, I mentioned earlier. So very interesting. But again, giving a very short-lived move. So when the market ranges, the moves are short-lived, and we do not want to trade a trend. Very low chance of us trading a trend when the market is ranging. And near these all-time highs, we're more likely to range because we don't have much history or levels to go off of at all-time highs. We have pulled back a bit, so we do have now these upper levels to work with, which they are starting to work. But right now we're just being patient. Maybe for crude. It's about 10:40 now. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys had a green week. I know my week was pretty green. Pretty good with, I think, gold for the most part and some crude this week. Oh, and ES. ES was pretty good this in the beginning of the week. We could have had that real nice trade on ES. I can't believe we missed it, but that was okay. We ended up taking gold yesterday, which was good. $15 closes right there. Crude's got some heavy levels around 68.30. Right up here. So those could either be used as resistance or used as targets. So if we could get back into this area before getting up there, I'm going to see that as an area to be a target. Oh, I wonder, can I do control? Oh, I can't do control 1 and 2 on bookmap, though. Is it shift 1 and 2? No. If anything, I would look for gold at this point to reverse to, if it wanted to. Remember, guys, these are all hypotheticals until the setup really occurs. If we could break this high and close above that high, get a little bit of a market structure shift after sweeping the low of that demand zone, I will look for an entry long. Probably be something like this. And again, this is just a guesstimate at the moment because it didn't play out yet. Target those highs there. So, just a thought, just a thesis. And if it fails, then this doesn't even matter. They're starting to pull those levels up there. Crude looks good to maybe continue. And again, guys, crude has a lot of these lows over here that have to be taken out. 1 hour imbalance around 69.20. 69.20. We're at 68.02 right now. That's a whole nother $1.20 move away. But we just don't have our entry right here. ES and NQ still chopping. We have our market pulse down here. Market pulse tells us volume pressure and direction, right? So if we're pushing green on the ES, we want to see the market pulse pushing green as well. We want to see it both on ES and NQ if we're pushing green. To help sort of give us confirmation that we should be pushing higher. Now, if we hear it ticking and price starts to fail and we could see it's failing, that's a bit of a red flag that buying pressure is starting to be absorbed. Oh yeah, you know what? They told me they were going to put my... Where is it? There it is. Stops and icebergs on chart. Got him back, baby. That's great. Now I just have to redo all the settings. Don't show stops. I don't care about stops. Okay. Cool. We got our icebergs back, guys. That's cool. That'll help us trade ES. YouTube guys, don't forget, hit that like button. Control tab. It's common for tabs. Oh, okay, so let's see. Yay, there we go. That's awesome. That is awesome. Ooh, hold up. We got a little something going on in gold right now. Nice big sell-off. How would I know that gold was selling off? Well, Look at my market pulse over here. I don't have gold on my screen right here, right at this moment. But the market pulse is dropping like a hotcake. Tells me a bit of a red flag. Come over here and I see gold's just dropping like a hotcake. It's still dropping. So there's that sell side liquidity I was looking for too, inside this demand zone that I mentioned. So we'll keep an eye on that, but we'll probably keep an eye on that on a higher time frame, like a 15-minute. Come on, crude, give us that pullback. We want to get long. 10:30 left in the 15. We'll wrap it up shortly. Don't forget, guys, check us out. YouTube guys, check us out on bullishbrs.com, Bullishbrs Instagram. What else we got? Twitch, Futures Kevin. Go live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And, yeah. Alright, so that was some good buying pressure coming in. A lot of sweeps were just hit on gold at those levels. So a lot of people were stopping out of any long positions or even getting in some short positions at that point. So I am curious to see the reaction from here. Silver is very bearish still. Oh, bit of pullback. I don't. Give me 1 sec, guys. You see him? Alright, I'm gonna wrap up. Where we still up on here? Yeah, YouTube. I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube stream right now. Discord, if you guys want to hang around, I could probably run this for a little longer. Especially because I wanted that crude trade, guys. But I do want to see how gold reacts to that level in demand zone too. So yeah, YouTube guys, always fun streaming to you guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I will see you guys on Monday.